So my work is situated in Mi'kmaq Inimatnui, as I said before. So this is a map of Nova Scotia. All the little gold communities are the Mi'kmaq Inimatnui communities. Millbrook is the only Mi'kmaq community that's not yet part of the Mi'kmaq Inimatnui, although there's some talk that they'll be joining soon in the next round of negotiations. So these communities work together. They negotiate as a collective with the federal government for funding and resources and programming needs. They also share resources, which is really interesting because if one community needs to build a school, the other communities will pool their capital dollars and help build a school in that community. And then they will know that that community will help them down the road if they need to build a school. So all of the communities in Cape Breton have their own schools. Member 2 only goes to grade 8, but the rest all have high schools. Pictou Landing has a K-6 school. Indian Brook has a K-12 school. All the other communities, their kids go to public school. So when I'm doing work for Mi'kmaq Inimatnui, I might be working in a public school, I might be working in an elementary school, or I might be working in a K-12 school, it depends. These schools, since taking over control of education in 1997, Mi'kmaq Inimatnui has been incredibly successful. So these are the attendance rates. Kids just come to school. It's normal. Like, it hovers around 90% attendance. That's over all the schools. The graduation rates are also close to 90%. And if you actually allow for the fact that sometimes kids take an extra year, it's closer to 100%. Simply put, if you are in an MK school, chances are you will graduate. It's very rare to see someone not finish school. Compare that to the national average for Indigenous kids that hovers a little bit below 50%. So we actually have a new problem in Mi'kmaq territory in that there are so many kids graduating, there are not enough resources to send people to post-secondary. So we have way more kids applying for post-secondary funding than the communities are able to fund. But these schools are highly successful primarily because they are decolonized, or they are in various stages of decolonizing. What that means is that the majority of the teachers in most of these schools are Mi'kmaq teachers. They speak the language, they've lived in the community, they know the kids, they know the culture. They can call up an aunt or an uncle and say, hey, can you come in and teach us this? And that happens. The kids in these schools are used to teachers who care for them in ways that create really welcoming spaces. So it is not uncommon to go into an MK school and have kids helping to direct the curriculum, right? Miss, let's dissect that moose instead of doing frogs this year. Or, hey, can we learn about traditional medicines in our biology class next year? Sure. So there's an integration always of Indigenous knowledges right alongside Western school knowledge. They still teach the same curriculum outcomes, they write provincial assessments, but they're integrating community story as a first. So let's talk about what it looks like from community perspective, and then let's sit that alongside of this Western knowledge that we need to learn.